Good morning, Hoover Elementary. Dr. G here on Hawk TV, wishing you all a very happy Thursday. At this time, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. All right, everybody. Dun, dun, dun. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, March 11th. It's day 3. 1, 2, 3. Day 3. All right. We've got so much exciting stuff happening. First of all, yesterday, I think many of you had a chance to watch the video of Mrs. Ring. She talked a little bit about the 7 habits and some leadership strategies. If you haven't had a chance to watch that, ask your teacher. They can make sure you watch it today. Mrs. Ring was around here, 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, and yesterday. And I believe she's going to be here again today. Usually she's going to be here in the afternoons, but she might even zoom into some of your classes during the day and stuff like that. So if you see her, welcome her, make her feel like she's a Hoover Hawk too, because once a Hoover Hawk, always a Hoover Hawk. And we're very excited also that I think Ms. McGinty and Ms. Kornblow are going to be here today. They're going to be working with some students, so we're going to try and make sure we find some spots for them to work, whether it's in the cafeteria or Mr. Kelly's office or my office, but we'll do that. I think we've even got somebody working down in the old guidance suite down near what used to be our school psychologist's office. So lots of people here today. Everybody hears how great Hoover Elementary is and they want to see. In fact, I know that you're really excited, sometimes like if there are rock stars or like they're a really cool band, there are rock stars coming to Hoover today. And they have their own band. They call themselves The Cabinet. That Cabinet. And their lead singer and frontman is Dr. McGee. Backup singer, Ms. Burkholder. You got the drummer there, Mr. Meehan. You've got the guitar player, lead guitar, Mr. Devlin. They're all going to be stopping by today. They might be visiting classrooms. They might be walking around. And, a year ago today, the World Health Organization said, you know what? We've got this pandemic. And during that last year, the cabinet has been working really hard. Nights, days, weekends, sometimes they don't even sleep. They're working really hard to make sure you still get a chance to learn every day. So if you see the rock stars coming today from the cabinet, you could ask for their autograph. You could say something like, thank you, Dr. McGee, for working so hard to make sure that I can go to school 5 days a week in a safe manner. You could say, thank you, Ms. Burkholder. I really appreciate the fact that a year ago, none of us had ever heard of Canvas. But Ms. Burkholder found Canvas, she found Zoom, she found iReady. So if you see her, thank her for that. If you've done anything on iReady, if you've got any amount of iReady minutes, you might want to let her know, oh, Ms. Burkholder, I have 10 minutes of iReady, or I have 100 minutes of iReady, or our class was an iReady champion of the week. She'd love to hear that, all right? If you see Mr. Meehan, okay? Mr. Meehan is responsible for a lot of the things that keep us safe. So you could say, thank you, Mr. Meehan, for making sure we have extra masks in our building. Thank you, Mr. Meehan, for making sure we have hand sanitizer in our building. He worked really hard to make sure we have that. If you see Mr. Devlin, you could say, thank you, Mr. Devlin. We are so appreciative of the fact that we now have not 1, but 2 nurses. And thank you, Mr. Devlin, for making sure we have extra beds in the nursing office. And thank you, Mr. Devlin, that we have those curtains in the nurse's office. He actually picked them out himself. And he actually came here one day with a screwdriver and he installed those curtains. So you could say, thank you for those curtains. All right. And if you like your Chromebook, you could thank everybody for the Chromebook. Say, thank you so much. If you got a cool touchscreen one, you could thank them for that. And believe it or not, in addition to seeing how we're doing here at Hoover, the cabinet, they think that perhaps sometimes I exaggerate. I never exaggerate. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. But they think that somewhere in Hoover is an empty room. I keep trying to tell them, I've got Mr. Bursk on a cart. I've got Miss Horning on a cart. I've got Mrs. Phelan doing some library on a cart. She puts all of her books in the whole library on a cart for some third graders. We've got folks working in the halls. We've got folks working in the cafeteria. But they think somewhere I have a hidden room, an empty room. So if you see them, you could tell them that you think we don't have any more rooms. All right? You can tell them that Dr. G is an honest guy and that there are no empty rooms here at Hoover. Mr. Bursk, you might want to drive by with your little cart. Ms. Horning, you might want to drive by with your little cart and say, hello, how you doing? This is my classroom. Okay? So we're going to have fun today when the band comes in, the cabinet. And Mr. Kelly's not going to be here today. He's really disappointed that he's going to be missing the cabinet. So if you have challenges that need Mr. Kelly's attention, if possible, if you could wait till tomorrow to deal with that, that would be great. Otherwise, you can always reach out and get support from me. You can reach out and get support from Ms. Johnson. And together, we'll make sure everybody has a great day today at Hoover Elementary and our D1 friends. And it's possible Ms. Burkholder will walk into a room and say, hello, is anybody at home? And just say, thank you, Ms. Burkholder, for making sure we have Zoom so that I can still learn from home. All right? Have a great day, everybody.